From the late 1990s to the late 2000s, K-1 was one of the most viewed and respected fighting organizations. In fact, it was so promising that many people expected it to take over the world and become the face of the fighting game. Today, on this episode, we will try to answer 3 questions. Why did the K-1 fall in popularity? Where is the K-1 today? Can K-1 rise back in popularity in today's world? By 2005, K-1 was by far the largest kickboxing promotion in the world. It had the biggest names in the fighting game, names like Badr Hari, Gokhan Saki, Peter Arts, Ernesto Host, and many more. So, what went wrong? How could an organization with names like these fall? Well, the problem started in the late 2000s as financial troubles began to haunt K-1 parent company Fighting and Entertainment Group, or FEG for short, as the company's coffers dried up because interest in combat sports in general started to decline in Japan, which in return led to K-1 losing its Tokyo Broadcasting System deal, that is the equivalent of UFC, losing Fox back in the day. Things will just keep getting worse for the K-1. In 2012, Glory bought its Showtime promotion, which used to operate under K-1, and with this purchase, K-1 lost big names like Badr Hari. And to make things worse, K-1 couldn't find new sponsors or TV partners. They could no longer book venues like the Saitama Super Arena, nor they could pay the fighters on time. Sometimes they didn't pay them at all, which led to some of the fighters complaining to the media. Which is when things blew up into a major scandal. Because of all of this, K-1 was sold to a Chinese investment firm. Where is the K-1 today? I was surprised to find that the K-1 is still operating to this very day, with the last major events taking place on the 15th of August 2025 at the Yoyogi National Gymnasium, Japan. Although the organization no longer has the same popularity as it had in the 2000s. And that brings us to the third question. Can K-1 rise again? And the simple answer would be no. The reason being that MMA has already taken over. Martial arts like boxing and kickboxing are struggling now, as Mike Tyson said.
Boxing owe these guys some kind of, they owe these YouTube boxers some kind of, respect. They should give them some belts because these guys make boxing alive. Boxing was pretty much a dying sport. UFC was kicking our butt.
Even Glory's kickboxing biggest champ Rico Verhoeven has decided to vacate his title to pursue a career in either MMA or boxing. Glory is on its final days, and so is kickboxing as a martial art independent from MMA. Even if K-1 switches to MMA, it won't succeed, as the UFC monopoly seems to be unbreakable. Bigger organizations like PFL tried and failed. My question for you guys is, which K-1 fight was your favorite and why? If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more exciting stories like this.